Welcome back to Flower Farm Fridays. My name is Rafael and I'm at the flower farm at Park Winners. We've just had a beautiful sunset and I'm really excited to show you what's happening this week on our farm. All the poppies, these California poppies and these calendula are going dormant, and these flowers are interesting because they open and close and they have all kinds of like beautiful, interesting colors to them, and they're pods, and that's just how they emerge. They're all very interesting, and they add a lot of beauty and interest to the farm this time of year. We've got our flower farm rows planted. We've got all kinds of flowers that we're going to be growing this year for people to pick, and it'll be exciting as they grow. Right now they're like little puny little things. And then before we move on to the other side of the farm, I want to show everybody these gorgeous iris. Look at this. These are shades of blush. So these are bearded iris. And look inside this thing. It's pretty sensational. We have a huge patch of them right here. And when I'm looking at these, I'm thinking of my friends who gifted me these. So one of the really incredible things about gardeners and gardening is that we all share our plants with each other. And this garden has so many memories of things that have been given to us, bulbs and tubers and plants and trees. So this place is like memory lane for me. And so I'm thinking of my good friends that gifted us these, and we have all kinds of different iris throughout the farm, and how generous that these people gave us like 2 or 3 truckloads of these iris when they split. So I'll be excited to show them to you. They're all waking up, and there's a beautiful dance of color, and some of them are waking up for the first time here, so it's kind of a nice surprise. So let me show you more. So this is our compost area, and I'm really into composting. It took me, I want to say, like 5 or 6 years to figure out how to do it properly. I've gone through so many phases of composting, and the secret ingredient is sun and water. And so we take all the kitchen clippings, all the grass that we cut, all the waste from the farm, and we make piles. We throw it in piles, and within weeks and months they decompose and they turn into this beautiful soil. So they attract, they get worms in them, and our compost is so rich. It smells amazing. See how beautiful this is? And it's full of earthworms. And so what we do is we've been doing this time of year. There's some more earthworms there. And what we've done this time of year is that we've added them to the flower farm rows, all the trees, everything, and then it's just like pure nutrients and fertilizer for everything. So it's a fun time of year feeding all the trees and plants. And I gotta say, my journey in gardening has come a long way, because I grew up gardening since I was 5. And in Florida, where I started gardening, you didn't really have to fertilize or water plants, because every day, like clockwork, it rains at 3, and somehow the plants did great without fertilizer. But in Northern California, we definitely need water, and we definitely need nutrients, and all of our trees and plants are way happier because we've been adding all of our compost. And how amazing that we take all of our waste and turn them into this beautiful soil. So if you run into me here at the farm, there's a big chance I'm going to be showing you our compost pile. And it's amazing that this is all decomposed clippings and that it turns into beautiful, rich earth. Smells amazing. So this is the beginning of the Lady of Shallot busting out all these amazing bulbs. And Lady of Shallot is growing on this repurposed hog wire that we have outside of our flower barn. And I'll put one in my hand so you can see it for scale. Look at that. It is a gorgeous color. We're gonna have an entire wall of this lady of Shallot growing on the hog wire on both sides of the flower barn. And it's just the beginning of the display of it, but I wanted to show it this week because I'd like, if you're within an hour's distance of this farm and you're in the mood to get some garden inspiration, come and see us. This is a gorgeous time of year, and it happens fast. This is the time when roses like put out their best display, and then all of our other flower farm rows are growing as well. But right now, these are just doing their thing. There's just so many beautiful flowers this time of year. It's spring, it's a happy time, and the iris are certainly like showing off. So it's so nice, all these gorgeous ones. Look at this beautiful row. Doesn't this make you happy? We have them in pink, white. Look at these up close. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at these beautiful planters. This here is called columbine. And then you've got a variety of sweet potato, ornamental sweet potato. You've got some mondo grasses and some coleus that's going to pop up. So these are fun. All these planters came from my favorite salvage yard, and they're going to have a rain chain that comes down from up here down into this hole, and then it goes to our excess water pond. So these are really fun. We have 4 of them, and it just keeps going with our theme of recycling, repurposing, and reusing. And so it's just really fun taking a giant old pipe, turning it into a big planter, and then as the seasons move, these things are all going to be like spilling through. So this is our garbage area. Isn't it nice? This is made out of all repurposed materials, and a lot of this corrugated metal and wood was actually behind here under the fig forest. And I wanted to show it to you because we're beautifying it by growing this beautiful Ladybanks rose. And look how nice these are. This reminds me of the first time I went to South Carolina for Easter at my friend Bill's house in Myrtle Beach. And they had this Ladybanks rose, and I was fascinated by the look of it. It's so nice. And look how we have it training. So I've got it going up on this hog wire. And so my goal is that it climbs up here, so you have like a nice bloom of rose there. And I'm gonna also train it to go across the sides, and then, you know, maybe on the roof later. But it's so nice. And I just think that all flowers should be celebrated, even for the few weeks that they're doing their thing. My friend Shawnee has a giant one the size of this whole structure, and it's massive. So I'm gonna try to keep mine more tame because I don't have the space for it. But this color is like this duck yellow, and it's really sweet. It's such a sweet rose. Look at these like little petals. I like to put my hands in next to the flowers because it sort of helps you have a scale of how big they actually are. And so here it is right here. See those gorgeous clumps. And so all these materials for our garbage area are recycled, repurposed, and reused. So isn't that cool? And of course, everyone needs an old repurposed vintage lamp in their garbage area, right? There you have it. My friend Kara gave us that. And everything here has a memory, or sort of like a something that reminds me of certain people. So there's so many backstories, and it's so great to be able to piece all this together with craftsmen and artisans and people that are just passionate about making cool structures. So pretty proud of our garbage area. Thank you so much for letting me show you what's growing in our garden this week. And look at the splendor of this, all these sweet peas and these hat flowers and iris, and all the flower farm rows that are behind me have all been planted. We have all these little puny flowers growing, and we're ready for the season for flower picking. So I want to thank you for allowing me to show you what happens here this on a weekly basis. And I hope everybody is having a beautiful day and doing something fun or being creative in your garden.